And we continue to catch up with our reporters across the country on the current unrest, that is currently being seen in Gauteng and in KZN. And we cross back to our reporter, Jayed-Leigh Paulse, she is in Durban. Now, Jayed-Leigh, a very good evening to you. Hello again. And tell us what's happening now. Are you seeing any police presence there?
Simply from the last time that you and I spoke, that was about an hour ago.
Yeah.
This is currently still taking place. Looters have completely ransacked the mall. The Mega City Mall is almost completely empty. My colleague Kalisaka Mbenze just went undercover just to ascertain what exactly was taken, as I could not go in. And he saw and he told me that, Jade, there's hardly anything left in the mall. Crusaders has been hit, Pick and Pay has been hit, Spar has been hit, clothing stores. It still continues. The police were here earlier on. They arrested one gentleman just in front of us. Furthermore, there has been no police presence right outside here. This continues almost 2 hours later after it started. I'm just going to ask the man behind the camera there, Mr. Norman Klapo, just to show you viewers back at home what people are carrying. Some are carrying groceries on their heads. I've seen beds being taken out of a bed city. I've seen an entire fridge being carried by one man. Pure criminality, Simpiwe, pure criminality. Unfortunately, we do not see any police deployment trying to stop this. I'm going to ask Norman if he can just show you on the left-hand side, there is a small grouping of police officers. I imagine this is just too big for them to be able to contain. Hardly any police presence here, Simpiwe.
Jayed-Leigh, were certain shops targeted, or it was just about every shop at the mall?
Every single shop has been targeted. Clothing stores, groceries, cash crusaders. I saw cell phones, laptops, a couple of cell phones strewn across the road here as well. Clothes, shoes that they couldn't carry in their hands. Pandemonium breaks now and again when police try and come in. But after we spoke, you and I, an hour ago, it's been fairly quiet. Not a lot of police presence here. People are still going on the rampage, taking as much as they can. Many people carrying it in their hands, one or two coming with their vehicles, then turning back after they see police visibility. But this is what you are seeing, live visuals coming from Mega City here in Umlazi. I am told as well that Kwamashu Station has also been targeted. There's also pandemonium there. Looters have also ransacked that mall and are taking goods. Simpiwe.
Jayed-Leigh, I'm wondering how they managed to do it. Did they have equipment for breaking into those shops, or was it simply a laxity or a security laxity on the part of the shops to reinforce their own security?
Well, in the security's defense, one can't actually say whether or not they were lax or whether the looters were able to get in. But I did see them moving up the steel bars and getting in. Not too sure how they actually did that, because just looking at this particular mall, if Norman can just show you on your screen, it is quite security tight. You can see that there are railings that have been put in place, but this lot has seemingly penetrated through that and got through there. Pick and Pay, Cash Crusaders and Spar, a bit more bare, so looters are able to get inside there. But just from the outset of this mall, it's quite a distance from the main road to get into, and they have managed to get in, managed to loot as much as they can. Live visuals coming from Umlazi tonight, as you see. Beds being taken out, many carrying on their heads, small children, Simpiwe, even the elderly. If Norman can just show you that lady with the blue, a gogo, taking as much as she can. And one has to ask, their fridge, a deep freezer, also being dragged across the pavement onto the road.
Jayed-Leigh, I know it might have been a bit risky for you to sort of grab one of the quote-unquote looters and ask them if what they were doing is right or wrong, or whether they were part of the Free Zuma campaign.
Yes, I did try doing that. I tried speaking to some people, but they were reluctant. They had a job to do, and they've done it. The lady that I spoke to just shrugged me off. A gentleman also. Many of the men, I must say, are quite intoxicated, those that I've tried to speak to, because they did raid an Ultra liquor store here. So it's very difficult to try and speak to some of them, but those that I have tried to engage with and try to find out why exactly they are doing this. Are they a part of the KZN shutdown? Are they a part of that support for former President Jacob Zuma? Many not interested in the media, not interested in speaking to me. They have a job to be done.
And it's quite interesting, Jayed-Leigh. I mean, if you look at these people, they're doing it like it's normal. I mean, they're not even hiding their faces. They're quite cognizant of the presence of the media. They can see the cameras, but they're just going about doing their business, illegal business, as it were.
That's true, Simpiwe. For the viewers back at home, I literally feel like I'm in a movie. I've never seen something like this. It's absolutely shocking. I've never seen the pandemonium. I've never seen people so adamant to get as much as they can, blatant thieving. It's shocking for me to actually witness this as well. And like I said, when I tried speaking to some of them, the kind of reception that I've got was, you know, leave us alone. We want to do this. We don't need to account to anything. We don't care what you have to say. We have a job to be done. We want to take as much as we can. It actually feels like Black Friday, to be honest with you, Simpiwe.
It does, actually. And I raised the point that it looked like people are on a Stokvel Christmas shopping spree. And I just saw an old woman walking past behind you carrying a sofa, a whole sofa, Jayed-Leigh Paulse. I mean, this is absolutely unprecedented and diabolical, to say the least. Because after this, people will be losing their jobs. Some of these businesses, if not all of them, will be shutting down. And I wonder if people thought about the ripple effects of looting, the fact that they will be out of jobs.
Exactly. It's shocking. I mean, the amount of small children that I've seen also roped into this. It's just very sad to see parents actually subjecting their children to helping steal. This is they're basically thieving. This is stealing. And it's shocking also to see that not much is being done, Simpiwe. I did say that the police were here. I did say that there's going to be more deployment to assist the current group that are here to try and manage this. But I don't know. It's shocking. I'm hearing gunshots now going off. I think it's rubber bullets. I'm going to just step out of shot and just take cover behind the van, Simpiwe. If you can just stay with us as we try and find out what's going on. Okay, it seems that police are moving towards the back. Yes, so this is basically what has been playing out for the past 2 hours now. We've just been sitting here as the media and witnessing this. Like I told you, I feel like I'm in a movie. It's shocking. It's shocking at this behavior. It's shocking. And I'm sure, like you said, Simpiwe, many people are going to be without jobs. I feel for those who have to come back here and have to pick up the mess, basically, for the shops, for the huge businesses, the losses, millions and millions of rands of losses. We heard MEC for Economic Development, Ravi Pillay, speak about, you know, the economic impact of the protesters burning the trucks at Mooi River Plaza. So KZN, in terms of the economy, we really are going to see a lot of backlash. We're going to see a lot of picking up and a lot of reinforcements to try and fix what's currently happening on the ground. It's just absolutely shocking to witness what is going on across the province of KZN.
You know, Jayed-Leigh, one political analyst did say that this is a matter of ANC politics now spilling over onto the national domain. I mean, this is totally unnecessary because one faction has apparently lost within the ANC camp, and now the whole country needs to suffer. And we certainly hope that this violence and this hooliganism will not spread to other provinces. And we certainly hope that Police Minister Bheki Cele will be, on the pulse of this particular violence and make sure that the deployment of police officers all over the country is augmented needed to prevent incidents of this from occurring. And yeah, it is indeed very, very, heartbreaking, not only for the businesses that are affected, but just for the whole society as well, and just for the image of South Africa, because this is live streamed throughout the world, and people are seeing that this is how we handle things or issues in South Africa, and this will certainly repel business out of South Africa, and the business confidence is now taking a dip as a result of what is happening right in front of our eyes. These are live visuals coming from Durban in KwaZulu-Natal. People unrelenting, and they're quite hell-bent to ensuring that all the shops that they're looting are cleaned up. Pick and Pay has already been cleaned up, and Cash Crusaders has already been cleaned up, and heaven knows which other shops will be next.